I'd like to thank my mate Reese for making the title screen. You can all see it here. Maybe later when I get myself settled, might tinker with it my own style to make it more of who or what I am. But you can see what it's about. Anyway, here are the results from the qualifying. You can see how filthy qualifying was to get that Dorky on pole. So if you pause, you will see all the times are very close as everyone started to get used to the car and learning how to squeeze more seconds out of it. I'd like to welcome back Subi from his break. Great to have you back. And also, Report has returned this round from watching NRL games from the sports bar last week. Apparently, this round is sponsored by the Union of Porsche Panel Beaters in all divisions. Seems to be a rise in the share market for that company. Alright, we are waiting for 5 lights to go red, and we are go. Off and racing. Good start by everyone. All clean, no stalls, and we're away. Up to second place. Stay plenty and see what happens here. As we go down here too wide. Down into the first turn. We have Blunty with Hogs and Subi with a huge push and knocks into Blunty and Hogs around the wall. Not the greatest things. Port follows suit. We've already got the Union with their first casualties. Blunty still manages to hold on to fourth. No one manages to get around him. And we're off and away. Right, we've got attempt to get into 6th place between TGT and Subi. TGT with the drafted down Subi, make a good hard job of it. Subi's already showing that he needs some purple paint touch up. TGT, yeah, I don't know what sort of colour you call that sort of touch up. Yeah, going up on the inside, having a bit of a look. Having a go. No, still there, right. Now has a go up on the inside. The break, Subi just breaking that a little bit later. Can't quite outbreak TGT. Bit of another donation to the Union. And TGT, does he get around? He's neck and neck, but the next turn will be a left, so it'll be hard to get around, even though he might be in front. No, Subi's got it again. Very hard to overtake in these S's area here. It's not much room to give. Even though Darth Vader can fit 3 TIE fighters down the canyon, he can't fit 2. Subi, another Union donation. TGT decides to have another crack at him. Does slow the car down a bit when you do touch the edges. TGT having another go. Subi having another connection with the wall. TGT just lets him through, but there's sparks just flying everywhere. TGT and Subi Scott having a go at it. TGT around the outside, neck and neck with Subi. Might have the inside run on. No, decides to grab it back. Subi going out the outside, let TGT have a look. Reports there as well, having a good hard look at that. He could get involved in all this with 3 cars together. TGT around the legitimate hairpin. Got the inside run. Has he got the legs? He's now in front of Subi. Subi is now tailgating TGT down the track, so it'll be very hard for TGT to hold back on this as Subi's all over him. So they're tearing down the end of lap 2. Subi's already having a go to the drag race to the first corner. They just hit the lap 3 and Subi is back in front. Manages to use that slipstream to his advantage, but there's still that chance for a dive up on the inside. TGT having a look. Make it? No, not quite, I don't think. And that was the exciting part of lap 2 to 3. racing on Blunty and Hogs. Blunty's all over Hogs. Chasing down. Got the good run. Hogs doesn't seem to have the rhythm there. Blunty's catching up, inching up. Goes for a cut on the inside, but there will be he'll be on the outside on the next corner. Still there or thereabouts. Hogs not giving him anything. It's now up to the right hand turn. Blunty might have a sharp cut at it or have a go again in the next corner. All over Hogs. Hogs is defending as much as possible. Sparks fly and shrapnel goes everywhere in that corner. Alright, we're coming up to the legitimate hairpin with Blunty and Hogs still fighting for that podium position. Blunty going on the outside, probably trying to do a switchback on the hairpin. Comes around, takes a deeper angle, and then sharper exit. No, Hogs is still there, but Blunty might have the better run down the straight. So, tucks in behind Hogs to get the slipstream. We come down to the start-finish line. As we come into the first corner of the lap number 6, Blunty takes a dive up Hogs, gets around, well and done, and then as we turn in there, Hogs a bit overcooks it, hits Blunty sideways. Does he hit the wall? No, Hogs holds back, lets Blunty through, acknowledges it was his fault. That's the sort of respect we like to see in Div 3. In fact, all racing. You know you're at fault, hold back or let the other driver go. Don't try and take advantage of your own mistakes which could have happened that way. With Arnold, lap 8, running low on fuel, he decides to pit. He's got hasn't even got halfway through the race yet. It looks like he might be wanting to do a 2-stop strategy. Not sure how that will go. But, putting in, and he will have Report overtake him on this pit stop. Not sure if Report will do a 2-stop strategy. So Arnold's off and away. You can see the overall time to do the pit stop is around 35 seconds, but then to get up to race speed coming out of the pits usually takes you the whole length of the remainder of the straight. Okay, we've got Subi and Dash TGT as well, just keeping a toe and keeping a watchful eye on all things going on. The Subi is really pushing the car hard. As you can see, the fuel is right on empty. He's giving it everything he can to get some good time up, and he is flying right behind Dash Vanguard. Going for a go on the outside, knocks Dash around a bit. Not a good look. Dash has got the inside run on this corner. Subi around the outside might have the better run. Coming back at him. So I don't know if you want to keep fighting for the lead here with. We've got TGT right behind him as well. I was going to say, don't want to be fighting for the lead when you're running on empty with the red flashing fuel gauge. Okay, Subi dives into the pits. Reporter going into the pits, so possibly another 2-stop strategist here. Looking at, we've got Subi, Report and Arnold, highly likely to do a 2-stop strategy. Got TGT flying right up behind Dash Vanguard, really putting the pressure on Dash. Having a go around a real hard corner to do it. One little mistake and you're in the wall. TGT just backs off a tad. still not letting go of Dash. He knows if he can get him at the end of the straight. Right, TGT coming to the legitimate hairpin, up on the inside of Dash Vanguard, right around him. Looks like Dash may have clipped the wall or something, slowed down and let TGT through. However, maybe Dash might have the better run down the straight, get the toe, as they're right behind each other. We'll have a look, see what happens as they come up to the start finish line. TGT got the good run. Dash is going into the pit, so it's a bit of an anti-climax. Dash into the pits, not much fuel left in him. TGT's going for another lap. Right, this will show you how critical a pit stop is, even though it's a short pit stop. We've got Subi coming down the home straight, hasn't crossed the start finish line yet. Dash is out on the track, but to get up to race speed you have to go up this rise out of the tunnel, and Subi's still gaining. So we got to the rise right now and Subi's right behind him. Dash is still picking up speed. Subi's going flat out, still chasing him down. So we come up to the first corner. Dash is braking pretty much right on spot. Subi's right there with him. Cold tyres, touches the wall. Subi's got the run on the inside. We've got the gap there. They could fit another car in there. And they're neck and neck down to the first left corner. Subi's got the outside, Dash has got the inside. Subi's got the wall, Dash is right behind him. So Subi manages to get around just for that little area there. Let's see, and Dash and both Subi are both contributing to the Panel Beaters Association. Right, Anders hits the pits at lap 11. Followed by Blunty at lap 11. Hogues pits at lap 11. TGT right behind him, pits 11. We've got 4 races here pitting at 11. And as we're watching, his fills up to 100 and he's out. We have Blunty, looks like he fills to 90% and he's out. Hogues, how far will he go up to fuel? He goes up to 100 and fuels. TGT at 100, and they're both out at the same time. TGT's, after last week's race, he knows what it's like to double box with other people with him. Right behind Hogues, putting the pressure on. We are with race leader Mirage, who hasn't pitted yet. Most definitely will pit this time round. He's running on empty and just needs to make it down the hill and into the pit lane, with Anders yet to hit the hairpin up there. If you look at the top right corner, you can see first car to come around the hairpin at the moment is Anders, while the fuel is getting put into Savage Duck, or if you want to keep with theme, the Energon into Mirage. And Mirage is away with only 87% fuel in there. Anders is coming down. He hasn't got to the first stop finish line. And pretty much similar sort of spot to where Dash and Subi were earlier on. You can see Anders up there on the, well, he's now in vision. He is actually on vision in the revision mirror of Savage Duck. But fortunately for the Duck, gets around without any hassles in that spot. Arnold goes in for his second pit. Let's have a look to see how much fuel he puts in. Position. He has just put in just 62%, 60% fuel. Quite happy to go out touch the wall as he goes. As you can see, he's probably contributed a lot more to the union than what he's hoped. And reports is still tailing behind. Right, if you want to see a dive bomb from out of nowhere, this is it. Anders from out of nowhere dives around. The duck tries to get back in. He does get in on the inside, but Anders has got the inside run on that little kink there and takes over. However, short-lived, I suspect, as Mirage has got the toe, and unfortunately probably got the run on him. So we're coming up to the start-finish, end of the start-finish, and now up the little rise before the train overpass. Mirage has a look on the inside. He's got the run, got the legs, got the energon, and sails straight past. Timed it almost too perfect. So he's actually a race car driver. Gets around the corner, and well played at the end. The danger of overtaking at the hairpin unfortunately lead to this sort of situation where you lose the position at the other end of the track. Anders still fighting there, not giving any inch whatsoever, pushing the duck. I'm still running with these leaders. We come around first bend, second bend. The duck touches the wall and gives Anders the run up on the inside. Takes full advantage of that little mistake, shows what one mistake can do. Anders now in front and takes the lead. Whilst you guys are watching those two goons go for first place, we have Hogs hitting the fastest lap of the race, lap 18. TGT just a little bit far back. Anders in the lead with Savage Duck right behind him. Up into this corner we have Anders a little bit off key, into the wall, slows a big slow down on him, and looks like the duck got around him on the next corner. One little mistake in this rhythmic section. Anders back at him. He's going to say, you lose rhythm in this part of the track, it can cost you a lot of time and a lot of damage to the car. Oh, and speaking of damage to the car, there's going to be some Fuji paintwork used tonight to fix up the Porsche of Anders. We come around to the second last time for this hairpin, and we have Mirage in first, Anders in second, Blunchy not too far behind the guys in third, Hogs with the fastest lap. He's just coming around the legitimate hairpin. TGT also just right behind him. Dash is coming up to the legitimate hairpin. He is not that far behind. Maybe lost a bit of time with a few touch-up painting on some of the walls there. Subi Scott, yeah, I think he suffered badly by having that second pit stop. But again, he hasn't had the experience in the car that the other guys have had, so it's very hard to gauge. He does show some pace. It's unfortunate the two-stop strategy didn't work for him. Arnold right behind, and he's probably suffering again from the second pit stop. Just as we've got with report, he's getting warning signs. He's got the race leaders chasing him down. As we go up there, the race leaders on their final lap. This report just sailing along cleanly. He's probably worried about, he doesn't want to hold up and stuff these guys. He pulls to a side, lets Mirage go around the outside. Does very well well played. And now it's the job is to make sure he doesn't hurt himself or others. It's Anders, I believe. Yep, Anders just got around. So as Mirage comes up to the first hairpin, first and only hairpin, sorry, Anders around the legitimate hairpin as well. We'll just pop back to the race leader. He's coming down this straight for the last time. Bar something terrible like War on Cybertron breaking out all of a sudden. Mirage should win this race, not comfortably, but only just. So the Fujifilm Anders and Blunty, he's doing his best to contribute to the Union, leaving his stamp on the wall with the car's backside, followed by Hogues, TGT, Dash tearing down the straight for the final time, picking up some good times there. Maybe not as good a race as he had last week. Last week was a better race for him. Subi with his first race back from round 1, showing great promise of good times. I think just the pit stop strategy hurt him. He comes in 7th. Arnold coming down to close off the race, unfortunately for Report, who was lapped. Arnold finishes the race off. Okay, this is the results from the race. To see where your favourite driver stands after this round, go to RaceonOz.com. See all 3 division rounds and results. Next week will be Super Sprint at Nürburgring Sprint layout. We might get decent highlights reel as opposed to a series of people pitting like the last couple of rounds. See you all there. Till all are one.